7 rounds and 10 weeks is how long it took us to get here, but we are finally here. It is the finale of SRA's Division 4 Team Series here at Kyalami. I'm Taylor Mano. Join me, Bailey Kish on the desk. How are you doing tonight?
How am I doing tonight, Taylor? It doesn't matter. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I can't wait to see some amazing racing. There's a lot of battles that are currently going on in the championship, and this race will say it all in terms of who lands where. But before we do that, we gotta get over to qualifying, and before we get over to qualifying, our resident track expert Bailey Kish has to give us a quick peek into high overtaking zones on our track, man.
The heck you mean must give?
Must.
I will I will greatly give. How about that?
Okay.
Well, I think it's possible to pass anywhere with this track, but specifically, I think we're going to see a lot of people going into turn 2 here, as it is a super heavy braking zone. Don't get misconfused here about the kink, as it is turn 1 there before you make it down to turn 2. But I will think turn 2 will be a heavy place. We might see some people go into the S's, maybe would be my guess, and then turn 10 at Le Cop at the top of the hill. Maybe down in the Crocodiles in a turn 13. Otherwise, it's kind of sketchy throughout the lap. We might see a little bit through 16 if we have a bad exit out of Cheetah. Might see some offs, so we might see some overtaking onto the pit straight.
Well, I can't wait to get in the race. But before we get to the race, we got to get through qualifying first. And we do qualifying a little different here at SRA. If you're new here, we do 20-minute qualifying sessions. The first 10 minutes go to our silver drivers. The second 10 minutes go to our gold drivers. And if you're asking yourself, hey, what's silver and gold? Direct your attention to the left side of your screen. Everyone with a silver number plate will be your silver drivers. Everyone with a white number plate will be your gold drivers. Right now, we are watching the silvers. On board with Schaefer, who's currently going to be the first person to set a lap for the final week of Season 5. And oh boy, what a season it has been.
It's been a thrilling season, and to make it to week 8, it's not over.
No, not by any means. There's gaps that are less than 10s out there.
Yeah. There's been a common theme. I thought I would throw this out there this week that a lot of people are saying this track is as tricky as Laguna.
Laguna Seca, you're saying?
A little bit like there, but yeah, a lot of people are saying that this track is rough.
Well, I haven't personally had any full rough moments. It is kind of hard to get a consistency down on this track, to say the least. And along with consistency, we just got our ACC BOP update today. So, don't think it was too affect the cars too much, but I think mainly McLaren, Honda, and Porsche have kind of gotten it, if I'm not mistaken.
And I think the Mercedes got one as well. As I'm having an issue here. Hold on.
Okay, I'll take over for you.
Yeah, hold on.
As your picture-in-picture window gets a little solved there. Click touch on BOP if you don't know what it is. As balance of power, it's just basically how Kunos does car leveling out, tries to make everything even the same. So we just got that today. Of course, on our final day of the season, we would get it. But Justin Air proving that nothing happened to his car as he sets in a 42.8. Schaefer right beyond him by 7 thousandths. Followed up by Riggs and Recton. Currently, Riggs improving by 2/10 right now. Ghost Rider Racing happy Honda days. Looking
All right,
to.
I think we're back.
Think we're back? You look back.
Okay, actually, hold on. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Almost there.
He's getting there. Riggs not quite in the championship fight, to say the least, but we'll get there after qualifying battle. But I can say Air is currently leading the Silvers. It has a decent gap as well. Right now he is provisional pole and is still gaining by 3/10. Riggs not gaining just as much as he might like through the rest of the lap. Still up on his lap, but starting to pumping out times because I've seen these drivers get down to the 41s, and we are just grazing into the 42s right now. So we need to start finding some ground. Although it is a very hot on track right now. 33 degrees Celsius is not a cool surface, to say the least.
No, it is not. But I kind of zoned out there for a bit. I don't know if you did mention that this race is a night race.
I did not mention it as a night race. So
yes.
It kind of throws a whole nother wrench into it, in the fact that those tire temps that you're going to be starting with, those tire pressures, going going to slowly lower throughout the race, especially at that pit stop. If you go in and you lose all your tire pressure, it's going to be a pain to get it all the way back up.
Yeah, and if you have your pressures a little lower than what they should be, as the night starts to fall and the temperatures start to cool, it could make for a pretty brutal second half of your races. You're pretty much locked into your pressures. If you don't change tires, I mean,
We don't know the strategies here.
we don't know, but more than likely we won't see any tire changes. So you're hoping you got the practice, you hit the right PSIs, you got them locked in for this race. It's only one way to find out.
And if you have issues, just absolutely throw the car in the corners.
Exactly.
The way to get your pressures up on board with Schlitz here. 5/10 up on their time right now. Not enough to put them provisional pole for the time being, but enough to jump them up a good bit of positions. No one else really improving by that much. Sarver is actually improving by 4/10, to take that back. And improving by 3, your top 3. And as I say, Sarver is gone. Yellow for him and Space Baker. Sarver will reset back to pit, so Sarver will have to get out there, warm their tires up real quick, because we only have 2.5 minutes left in the silver qualifying.
Yeah, gonna have to cook on his outlap there to reach at least somewhat of a good temperature.
Cook, you're gonna have to bake in this matter. It's gonna be a max out the oven.
Yeah, kind of like a space baker.
See what you did there?
Yeah.
Schlitz gonna put it P3 for the time being, a 43 flat, 6/10 off of Schaefer, who set a 42.3 on their time.
Kevin Unda flirting with 7/10 here as he comes around the last corner. It's gonna hold just about 7/10, maybe. Yep, just under 7/10. Improves to P4.
Good, another 43 flat. That's 3/100ths off of Schlitz. Schaefer is looking to improve their lead, but Shepard's going to improve theirs first by 3/10. We'll put them P7 with a 43.5. They will start one of their final qualifying laps. I think actually that will be their final qualifying lap, as we have a minute and a half down. Everyone that crosses the line now will have one more lap, essentially. Schaefer proving that he doesn't need another lap. Gets a little squirrely at that exit, so he's going to lose a ton of time. 2/10 running to the line. Proves by just a little bit. It will pull off, so that will be the end of Schaefer's qualifying. So your provisional pole leader for the silvers is Schaefer at this moment. 42.3 is the time to beat. Can Air do it as they just start their flying lap?
I'm thinking we're going to see low 43s, or not 43s, 41s here, potentially. Even maybe a 40 flat.
The golds will definitely get down to the 41s. No doubt about it.
It's just about where they stop.
Correct. And
but just looking over at the chat, I should throw this out. Sorry for cutting you off because you do it to me all the time. Just thought I'd throw this out there. There has been 2 pit lane start penalties this week given out to John Donahue, typical local favorite here, and Matt Mattisey as well, both starting from the pit lane today, so they do not get to participate in qualifying. So we're going to be watching them closely here as they hopefully weave their way through the field and make their way back to a decent finishing position.
That is unfortunate for them, but something that must happen when penalties are issued. Shepard going to cross the line, not improving by much, will stay P9. John Air doesn't look like they are gaining any time, but you know who is? Kevin Unda just started their lap a little bit ago. Golds are making their way out onto track right now, so we will hop on board after Kevin here. Gains, if he can hold on to this, it will actually jump him up into P2 for silvers, but as I say that, burned away 4/5 off their time just in one corner.
Yeah, he's not looking too hot at the moment. 3/10 down.
But that kind of speaks to how difficult this track can be, because one corner can really just absolutely send your time into oblivion.
For sure.
And to not looking to me making up any of that time here, coming down to your favorite corner, the mine shaft.
And into Crocodiles here. A little
Ooh,
wide
that
on
will be
Crocodiles, but
invalid.
just invalidation. Unfortunate. Didn't even get to see Cheetah on this lap.
And Santer will not cross the line either. So your drivers, top 5 for silver: Schaefer, Air, Reckton, Schlitz, and Unda round out. That is a 7/10 gap between 1st and 5th right now. See what the golds have to do. We are on board with Such at this moment. Such, one of the more, I'll say, consistent gold drivers. Hasn't won anything, but has definitely showed off their skills.
Yeah, she's been in the running I feel like almost every race this season. For either a close podium, top 5, I feel like minimum top 10 here.
If she can stick a good lap together, she'll improve your chances even more. And from what I watched in the practice server, she was cooking and burning.
Yeah.
See what she can put together now. Starting off the lap, looks pretty clean, although these tires probably aren't warmed up all the way yet, so mostly banker laps coming around here while we wait for these banker laps to go down. Billy's gonna pick out one of his favorite people to catch the next time around.
I'm actually going to go jump on board with Landon Dreebs here, who is kind of killing it this week and several other weeks. So he's coming around up to turn
We have a little bit.
turn 10 here. Yep, got a little bit. So we'll see what he does here. Hopefully his tires are warm enough. But I've gone to Dreebs a couple of times this season for some laps, so hopefully he doesn't let me down this time.
Dreebs having that, I don't want to say awful showing, really good showing at Laguna, just unfortunate sequence of events to having to start from the pit lane accidentally.
Yeah, but I mean, remarkable comeback.
Absolutely. As Dreebs is rounding off to the final corner, so I'll give it away to Bailey.
Perfect. Well, you want to hit this corner perfect. Get the most maximized exit as you can, as this is the longest straight on the course. Get a bad exit, you'll lose probably, I'd say, up to 2/10 on this. But coming down to turn 2, hit the 100-meter mark here. Try and hit this apex. Oh, a little drift there. That's a little unfortunate. Might lose a couple tenths. You can hit this apex there. Swing it right as soon as you hit this little tower on the right. Just brake after it, tap of the brakes, downshift, swing this as wide as you can without getting in the grass. Set yourself up perfect. These curbs here in the first sector are very capable of taking, but coming down here into Sunset, which could lead a lot of people off into the left here if you take too much speed. He does just enough. Was a little conservative, but this corner also catches people out. You can take that curb, but a little too rough, and it could end up in the grass. You can see the rubber marks on some of these corner exits. Use the popular line. Coming through the S's here, 8-9, you want to be super smooth, get on the power as early as you can, as soon as you can, at the right time. Make your way up the hill into, I think, possibly the hardest braking zone. So it is up the hill, kind of blind. Hit it here, hit that apex nice, get on the power. Try and smooth this one. A lot of people lose the rear end. On the no-name corner, turn 11, coming down mine shaft flat out into Crocodiles. Hit this as hard as you can. Can hit this apex a little bit over the curb if you want. Get on the power early. Another rubbered exit here. Down into Cheetah, the most difficult corner on the track. He does very well to avoid that inside curb. Hit your braking mark here in the last corner. Don't want to ruin everything you worked for. Get on the power. A little drift there, but that's okay as you cross the line and hope for the best.
That is an absolute blistering lap from Dreebs. 41.4.
Wow.
Put it on
Even
top.
with the turn 1 slip.
Yeah, he's gonna make up a lot of time here just going
I'm
through
gonna guess
turn 1.
3-4 tenths potentially.
I will say he was up on his time even after drifting that corner.
Wow. Yeah, he went 2 tenths.
Yeah, so
Crazy.
he'll have another class. We might see some 40 times here, but not too far behind him is Anastasi. 4 tenths off, needs to find something, but Dreeb seems to have this pretty locked right now.
But the one person you did not mention was Scusa, who slid up into P2 right now. 3/10.
Sleeper.
Yeah, a little sleeper here.
Little sleeper. So now Zooch, we were talking about her earlier, putting it at P4 and improving on their time as well. Dream seems to have lost their time even after that turn 1 incident. So it's gonna, to be honest, it's gonna be hard to replicate that lap from Dreebs. That the back end of the car was sliding out just enough to get that turn in. So what you didn't see while riding on the nose was coming down through the kind of first set of downhill S's. His back end slid out, gave him a little bit more turning angle into the next turn. No one really improving that much in your top 3. Zooch, however, improving by 5/10 and looks to be going for a burner. Might set provisional pole if she can put it all together here till the end of the lap. Gets well past Cheetah, very good. All the way down to the final turn, taking it nice and clean. Here's where your exit matters. Just enough to do it. We'll put it provisional pole. I lied. Because it's 2 thousandths off of Landon Dreebs.
That's close. Nick Cameron also improving by, I believe, 4 or 5 tenths here, moving up to P5. I don't know if you're noticing here, but our top 4 are all Aston Martins.
They are. I'm seeing that now. I'm not sure if this is BOP related or if just, all the Aston drivers are just really good.
Could be car as well, but yeah, we got a Honda sneaking in there, so it's not completely dead for what we know.
No. I mean, the Honda is about 4/10 off, though, from the pack of Aston Martins, which is just absolutely insane right now.
Yeah. Even seeing Zodi Fade down here in P7 in the Porsche as well. Porsche, it seems to be a high-end car around here at Kyalami from just the leaderboards.
Well, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He hasn't been here for a few weeks. Been MIA a little bit. So, might just be getting back into things for the, final week. Just to get that 3-week break, as Scusa looks to be having an off. We'll return to the pits. That will spell the end of their qualifying as we have a minute 30 left. No one improving within our top 5. As Cameron is also in the pits, they won't be setting another lap either. Zodi fading your picture-in-picture window coming down to the final sector.
Losing a little bit here through Cheetah. Just try and hit this corner as best you can. Make up any time that you can. It might be a position gain, but does not look like he is going to improve at all.
Dreebs has been improving on this turn 1 over and over and over and over again. Not able to keep the improvement up throughout the entire lap.
Yeah, that's rough. I think his tires might be a little bit warm.
Track it did go down a degree, 32 degrees Celsius right now. Might play it into his benefit. Gaining time currently, but he's coming up on the section where he's had very difficult times trying to hold the time or gain anything. Throwing that back end out perfectly again, but compared to his fastest lap, it is just nowhere in competition. He lost 2 tenths in that section.
But fortunately for Zooch here, she's up 2 tenths coming up to the top of the hill. She's a good third sector here. She's got it.
This could be pole for Zooch here as we are ending qualifying here in 5 seconds. Final lap, Dreebs not improving at all currently. Zooch entering the final sector, so now or never says it all. Dreebs approaching Cheetah is going to be able to take it cleanly. No real improvements there. Final turn, can he improve anything? Gets a good entry, but a worse exit. Invalidates the lap. Zooch coming out, rounding the final corner in your picture-in-picture window.
She's done it. She stuck it.
Is able to hold it. Will take provisional pole from Dreebs. 41.2 will be the time to beat now. Now Zodi,
we're in D4.
We are in D4. Zodi fading out, coming down across the line. Not going to improve that much. We'll just stay right where he is in P9. Scott Smith now next across the line. We'll improve. We'll get up to P5. by 42.2. That was only a 0.2 gain. And he
Yeah.
jumped 5 positions.
Yeah, P10 to P5 are split by 0.2 total.
That is absolutely insane. The other Landon not having the best of qualifyings out here right now. P18 not improving on their lap. We'll have some makeup to do in the race. Same with Matt Browning not having their best qualifying either. As Landon P will cross the line. We'll stay P18. Matt Browning gonna put it in the wall. Now, around now, your top 5, Zoops, Dreeb, Scusa, Anastasi, and Lorenzo. A little mix-up there. A few names that we're not really used to seeing in there.
Yeah, we had a absolute heater of a qualifying there.
Yeah, that was absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But it just leads for more action to come up here in the race, which is always good to see, especially with a new pole sitter. I believe this is their first pole here in Division 4, at least, if I'm not mistaken. Might have to check the archives for that one.
I think you're correct.
We'll take you and see your picture-in-picture window, Billy, again. Those nice shots. Everyone say goodbye to these liveries. They will be on track for one last day today.
Yeah, we're getting rid of the holiday theme. We're going to no theme next season, so we're really interested to see what some of these livery creators can do.
This is really the season to kind of let the livery designers go ham, let all their inspiration kind of flow, see what they can do. 2 Ghost Riders side by side. Look at that.
2 teammates, actually.
Oh,
Martin
wow.
Riggs, Kevin Uenda.
Everyone did a great job on the liveries this season. Can't wait to see next season, and I am even more excited for our livery reveal stream that happens with, of course, Doug, Tyler, and Evan. It's always fun nights when that happens.
For sure. 3 personalities combined really well.
If you would have
Oh!
to...
Setup changes.
We have not clicked drive yet, so yes, people will be setting up everything. If you would have to pick a favorite livery besides our Goose Rider Racing livery, because obviously that's the best.
Yeah.
What would you have to say would be your favorite?
Well, just going through here, by far the most eye-catching being a Red Bull simp. It's got to be the Anastasi Mobile here.
I might have to agree with you, but I'm a real big fan of Comic Racing's liveries.
Yeah, Comic Racing did real well, but this Red Bull livery has stood out to me all season. The Dreebs as well, or the Landons, not the Dreebs. The Landons with their basic but very, very eye-catching
sleek,
livery as well. Yeah, yeah. And then, of course,
There's a reason why it's on pole tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Just because it's the best livery. Absolutely no skill involved whatsoever.
as we go driving.
As we do go driving while the drivers go warm up their tires and brakes, we'll go take a look at the team standings. And it's all but said and done here in D4. Johnny Air Anastasi would have to have an absolute abysmal night tonight to even let the Landons in. It's about more than a 100-point gap here. I think it was 140 last time I checked. So, yeah. Anastasi Air would need an abysmal night for the Landons to be able to even catch them. The Landons would have to get basically P1, P2, and P is all the way down to P18 right now. Well, if you look farther down the list, everyone else is pretty bunched up together. Baseline Racing Romeo looking to kind of jump the Landons. So all is not settled yet for this. Ton of room to make up for this final race. Speaking of final race room, the driver standings. Battle for P1, Anastasi and Dreebs. Dreebs having the upper hand here, but it is a decent gap. It's about, I think I said 50 points earlier, 50, 60?
53.
53-point gap right now. So Anastasi would need to fall back pretty far. Dreebs would need to get the win, which not completely shy about doing so. could happen. And then obviously down the rest of the list, extremely, extremely close. Zuch and Lorenzo 1 point off of each other right now. Zuch having a very good pole start here, so will help out, but Lorenzo's not that far behind in P5. Everyone else kind of in the same boat. This one race could spell a couple positions for them in this championship.
I mean, all the way down the leaderboard, there's battles everywhere. You got battles for P16, you got battles for P5, battles for P12, battles for P23. I mean, everybody's got a lot at stake here. Going into the last season, people want to go into the next season with momentum, end on a high note here, and potentially get moved up, or, depending on how you performed, move down, unfortunately.
We'll see how it all goes in the off season for your qualifying. If you haven't qualified, then you need to do it. Hashtag how to register. You do have 12 days, I believe, is the last day you can do it. In 12 days, the 29th. So we are going too wide here. Pretty early, I would say, for this track, I might add, because they're banking on everyone taking it too wide through Cheetah here.
Well, luckily they're ghosted for now, so we could have witnessed some real carnage.
Could have, but we are too wide. Coming down to the last corner, Zuch going to be leading the way for the first try. Dreeb's going to be waiting in the wings, trying to get the jump on her. So we start on the main straight, everyone waiting for that green light to flash. Everyone's on the street now. Green light is go. Zuch getting a really good getaway here. Dreeb's not going to be able to catch up through the kink. We are clean. Anastasi's coming down on the outside. Dreeb's moving for a defensive on Scusa. Scusa will back out of that. Zuch all the way clear. 3 wide in the back. We see there is collision between Fade somewhere in the back, and we all still keep going. No one else going in line. Runs Johnny Air gonna be able to get away. Lorenzo forcing someone off there. Anastasi's trying to make a dive on Lorenzo. Lorenzo is able to get through on the Scusa. Zuch all the way out in front of Dreebs, but Dreebs is looking to make a comeback all over the back of Zuch right now. Not going to be able to go for any moves here. So everyone has just kind of filed in line. Dreebs poking those down on the inside. Zuch wants to get past very early here in an overtaking zone. Not going to be able to do it. Will be able to hold is Zuch. Zuch will run away with this one for the most time. Dreebs still poking their nose out. Zuch going to go a little bit more defensive here. Does decide to take the faster line. Coming down. Dreebs on the outside. Zuch holding the inside. Zuch will have that position all day, every day. Dreebs now has to look to the back of Scusa right behind him. So far, so good. Everyone getting past Cheetah.
Oh, we got some yellow flags back here. Sarver, Unda. We had one a little bit ago. I just highlighted there, and a little bit of replay. Matt Browning, unfortunately, getting bumped into the wall and taking out and Matt Browning has left the server.
Unfortunate. Sorry, Matt. Everyone still down in line. No one really deciding to take a dive just yet. As I say that, I see in the background Recton going down on the inside of Schlitz. Schlitz seems to be holding that outside very well. We'll have the inside for the next corner. Recton not going to be able to do the overtake. Will they think about doing the overtake? Hits the Sasha's curb. Opens the door here for Riggs. Riggs is going to slide. Not going to be able to complete the move, and will end up spinning off into the wall. Not what you want to see from Riggs. Got a little over ambitious there on the overtake. We'll have to recover from that one. Recton going to get out by the skin of his teeth. Schaefer side by side with Spacebaker. Spacebaker will take that inside line and get past. But down on the inside, here comes Schaefer again. Not going to send it. Spacebaker does a very good job at defending that position. Everyone back in line again. It's Lennon. Dreebs tries to go down the inside. Getting a little squirrely there. Zuch is going to be able to hold off that position, is defending the inside line here. Dreebs coming at here Coming down her hard, look to the inside, not going to take it. We'll just go to the outside. Zuch doing a very good job defending all over that curb. We'll hold the racing line here. Going down into Cheetah, we should just see a single file line here. If anyone dives too wide on Cheetah, they are absolutely insane, but I am here for it.
And I'll tell you what's really impressive is the fact that Dreebs is able to follow so close and still hit every corner just right.
It's falling very close. The car has not come out from under him at all. Maybe just a little bit on no name as we're coming down into turn 1. Dreebs pokes to the outside, fakes it, won't go for it. Zuch was able to hit her braking point and will hold that position. As we go one more lap around again, Dreebs is just breathing down Zuch's neck. And you kind of have to wonder, we have 56 minutes left of racing. Can Zuch hold this?
I'll tell you what, that's going to be mentally tough if you're going to have to defend for an entire hour.
It is doable, and not only defend, but we have a blue flag coming up in the mix as well. Car number 186, who is that? That is
my.
Still have a bit ways to go to get there, but this may open the door for Dreebs a little bit more. Dreebs looking to be backing off a little bit. Lorenzo not backing off at all. All over the back of Scusa once by, knows how valuable those points are for the championship right now, needs any position he can get to fend off Zuch. Anastasi weighing in the wins, just needs to finish it within the top 10 essentially and will secure that position for championship. Scusa going, sticking their tires in the grass. Dreebs did not have the best of exits there, falling a second behind to Zuch now.
Yeah, Anastasi has got a lot of position in hand here, so not looking good for Dreebs at the moment.
It is not, which is understandable why Dreebs wants to get past Zuch, because Dreebs just wants to go. Doesn't want to think about anything, just wants to be able to go. And hope Anastasi has a rough outing, as this front pack has yet to drift away from each other. Everyone, Zuch to Dreebs 8/10, Dreebs to Scusa 9/10, Scusa to Lorenzo 6/10, and Lorenzo to Anastasi 3/10. Everyone really bunched up here at the moment, and Fade all over the back of Cameron, gonna not choose to go for that one. We'll just slot right back and hold position. On Space Baker might go for the move here, could dive down to the inside, would indeed poke their nose out there, not going to do it, has to get on the brakes a little bit early for Space Baker. We'll hold off. Doc going to go side by side with Ruzik here up in the no name, very hard corner to overtaken, especially on the outside. Doc not going to be able to do it. Ruzik is holding that inside line. Doc not going to be able to hold any speed on the outside, so we'll just have to slot back in and get it going again.
Taylor, that corner is called Le Culp. The next corner is no name.
My bad.
You're good. You're good.
Stock going for the switchback now on Lorenzo. Not going to do it. Coming down into
Cheetah. And it looks like Donahue, and I believe that was Shepard, got into it.
And now Anastasi's going to dive down on the inside of Lorenzo. Not going to be able to complete the move. Lorenzo shuts the door on him hard. And the sun's starting to come down here on track. So look for these tires to start getting a little bit colder. We are having a great race right now.
Yeah, it kicked off early and has not slowed down one bit.
It's not ever. It's calm enough that I'm not losing my breath, but it's chaotic enough that I can't stop talking.
That's a first.
I know. Dreebs all over the back of Zuch still. The gap has grown a little bit between Scusa and Lorenzo, so for some clean air to get behind in front of Lorenzo here. Might propel him a little bit forwards. Dreeb's having a little bit of a hard time running in the wake of Zuch, it looks like. Especially on some of these blind corners. What's going down in your world, really?
Oh, there's a lot of chaos. I'm just kind of jumping between battles here. We got a tight battle here for P16. 4-car battle. All within probably a second and a half of each other. Ruzik Doc, Space Baker, Landon P.
There are battles everywhere. Dreeb's only 2/10 behind Zuch coming down here into turn 2. There's any time to go for a move. Now is the time. Dreeb's going to look down on the inside. Not going to do it. Zuch going to take that braking zone, shut the door perfectly. Dreeb's going to have to slot right back in. Not what you want to see if you are Dreeb's. Zuch being pinpoint accurate with every single defensive line she could take right now.
Space Baker going for the lunge on Doc. Couldn't quite stick it.
As much as we say turn 2 is a very high overtaking corner, it sure is hard to get it done on the inside.
It sure is. With how much more speed you can carry through this turn 2, you can carry the speed, swing it wide, and kind of hold that defensive line all the way up through turn 3 and turn 4.
Dreebs is trying on the outside here of Zuch. Going to try for a switchback all over the back of Zuch. Not going to be able to get any move done here. Coming down into No Name. We are still bumper to bumper. Might look for a move through. Mineshaft here is going to hold the outside. Zuch has preferred that inside line, and Zuch has gone a little deep, but Dreebs is not able to capitalize on it. We'll have to stick behind. Might not want to make it too wide for Cheetah, which is understandable, but Zuch might be getting into her own head now. As I just watched a braking board go all the way across the track. Zuch coming down turn 2, holding that middle of the track. Doesn't want Dreebs to pass. Dreebs is going to hold the outside here. Zuch going to swing it to the inside. Dreebs tries to put it back on the inside. Zuch puts her car in the perfect position. Dreebs has to hold off again. And we're only 11 minutes in. Sorry. Zuch has done a number of defensive moves already.
This is now a 6-car battle.
This is getting insane.
Ruzik just parking the bus, putting the car exactly where it needs to be, which is allowing here Donahue to catch up to this pack, and also Riggs to catch up to this pack, as we did see a yellow flag, and I believe
Santer had a yellow flag.
Santer
Is gone from the server.
Oh no, we've lost 3 people.
Right off the bat, we're
already
down to 27 drivers. Zuch holding down on the inside here. Again, Dreebs getting a little bit of a better run. Is able to hold off for the time being. But Scusa has now entered the fight again. Anastasi's also getting close again on Lorenzo. As you can see in the background here. Everyone holding their own. This fight has allowed Scusa to get right back in to the P1 battle. And I'm having a fun time watching these cars take so different lines, but yet holding the same amount of speed in the same lap time. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Zuch seems to be preferring for a more dive down, shallow line. Dreeb's preferring to take that wider line, try to get the better, shallower exit here. And both ways, it's working. Dreeb's going a little deep. Just enough to keep his car out of the grass, but is bleeding time, and Scusa sees his mistake, opening the door wide open all over the back of Dreebs now.
Space Baker finally gets the move done on Ruzik, as he's been behind him for several laps. Donahue also sniffing an opportunity, decides to back out. Ruzik down in place, but this battle continues for what is now, I believe, 7 cars.
Oh my gosh. And that's not the only battle. If you look towards the mini map we have just above the picture-in-picture screen, as Skuza's going down on the inside, very late on the brakes, not going to be able to hold it. It goes down onto the grass. Costs a lot of time for Dreebs. Skuza, very questionable dive, very late on the brakes. Good for Dreebs for not turning in soon enough on that one. But burnt off so much time in that. Has to build it all back. But if you look towards our mini-map above the picture-in-picture window, you can just see we have lots of battles going on right now. Lots of packs jumbled up together.
Yeah. And just look at this shot of this battle here. Just headlights after headlights after headlights. Space Picker finally breaking away a little bit, trying to make some space so he's not under duress from the attacking cars. Donahue looking for a switchback. Don't know if you want to go for a move here going into Cheetah. Definitely Crocodiles, but I don't know about Cheetah. He does back out smartly as these cars line up once again.
Oh, Dreeb's getting back a good bit of time here on Zooch. After the little incident we did have. Ooh, Dreeb's going a little wide in that turn. Is able to hold it together, surprisingly. In fact, carrying a lot more speed into the next corner because of it.
Oh, and we have an incident.
Ooh.
Oh no.
That's not a small one either.
No, Donahue had the move done on Ruzick, and Doc just didn't hit the braking point behind him. Ruzick luckily gets away without losing any positions or taking any damage, luckily.
Dreeb's trying the outside on Zooch now, as Dreebs is actually holding it a little bit better, but Zooch has this inside line, which is the preferred line here. Side by side we go. Dreebs trying to hold it outside, still is there. Zooch is able to get their car all the way in front of him. We'll hold the inside, should be able to keep the position here. What a great battle from these two cars. Well, all this has done now is, again, open the door for Skuza. And I believe we saw in the background Lorenzo and Anastasi going side by side momentarily. Everything subsiding, Anastasi knowing that he just needs to hold that position for the most part. Dreeb's not opting in for the dive this time in turn 2. Might be getting to that point of relaxing a little bit. Dreeb's going a little bit wide. And you start looking out for these tires if they're starting to go away from him here. So we have been constant battling, constantly on the edge here. And all this is doing is just opening the door wider and wider and wider for Skuza, who's just waiting in the wings. Recton behind Boonstra. It doesn't look like going to be getting a move done here. Both cars running a bit wide. Recton will have to stay behind for this lap. We'll have to try again another time. It's back on Zooch, Dreebs, and Skuza battle. Everyone within 4/10 of each other right now. Dreebs getting a really bad exit there, opening the door for Skuza. Skuza all over the back of Dreebs right now, just by 3/10. Skuza holding the outside line more. Dreebs opting for that more inside defensive line, just like Zooch was doing against him. Does end up getting a little bit faster than Zooch here, but not enough to put him in a position for overtaking. Down the main straight, Dreebs has all of the draft. Should be able to catch up to Zooch here. Not going to look down to the inside. Looks down at the very last second. Blinks, flashes the lights. Zooch closing the door on him. Drive away into the sunset. Great defensive move. I feel like I've said that way too many times about Zooch right now, but every single time Dreebs get close, Zooch has an answer. As Skuza's off in the grass, we'll lose some time to Dreebs. Dreebs now 1/10, bumper to bumper literally with Zooch right now coming down. Is able to hold it. Dreebs not going to poke their nose to the inside. Zooch will have this corner coming down into some of the S's. sections here. Dreeb's looking at the inside, just waiting for Zooch to make a mistake, get their car off of that apex. Dreeb's all ready to take it all over. Oh! Zooch seems to be having some connection issues to the point of their car floating all the way off to the outside of the track, which has allowed Dreeb's to actually overtake Zooch here. Zooch look for an answer back, doesn't seem to be, as Dreeb's has gone wide, and Zooch will take the position back from Dreeb's. And Skuza still in the wins. Track is getting darker and colder right now. Dreeb's all over the place right now, sliding off the track. Coming down into turn 2. No attempt at an overtake on this lap. After getting in a little mix up here, but Skuza all over the back of Dreeb's now. Any mistake Dreeb's gets, that will be punished very harshly. No one decided to take it too wide in this corner, which is fair enough.
Yeah, that outside line is not nice if you try and make the move there.
Nope. What's been happening in Bailey's world while we have a quick second?
Just kind of going up and down the battles here through the rest of the field. That battle for P1 has been mighty spicy, but I got this battle here on Pip of Zodi Fade, Scott Smith, and Nick Cameron, all battling for P8. Last lap, the order was Nick Cameron, Scott Smith, then Zodi Fade. Coming down into No Name, Zodi Fade got the double overtake as Scott Smith and Nick Cameron kind of have a little come together, but Zodi Fade actually taking advantage of the opportunity and is now slowly starting to pull away from these two.
So that we have battles not only for P1, which is actually pretty rare that we've seen this season. We don't get much battles in P1, which is why I'm all over right now. Zooch getting a little wiggly and going a little wide there. Is able to hold Cheetah together, but Dreeb's gets a very good exit. Looking down on the inside of the final turn, Zooch will close that door off immediately. Dreeb's, Zooch side by side now. Actually, Dreeb's will slide back in line, get that slipstream. Zooch going all the way to the inside of the track right now. Doesn't want Dreeb's to get any ideas here. Zooch still holding that inside. Dreeb's darts to the outside. Not going to be able to get the move done. Tries for a switchback here. Zooch is all the way over to the right side of the track. Zooch will hold that position, and Dreeb's will have to sit back in line once again.
I think he's going to hate Ghost Rider Racing after this race.
He might. Looking
Just
at
staring.
that bumper.
Yeah.
It could be worse. It could have your face on it.
I'm surprised it doesn't.
Next season.
Also, it's kind of offensive.
Not what I meant, but you know, take it how you want to take it. Dreeb's still all over the back of Zooch, literally 1/10 right now. As Dreeb's in the grass right now, opening the door for Skuza here. Skuza not going to be able to get their car to the inside, so we'll have to hold the outside here. Dreeb's will keep that position. Great recovery from the mistake. Skuza all over the back here now of Dreeb's. Doesn't look like anything will come from it though. Down on the inside goes Skuza. Dreeb's has to leave a little bit of space, but bumper to bumper, they still are side by side. They now go. It looks like Dreeb's will hold this position. Skuza literally all over the wing of Dreeb's. Not the greatest.
Ruzic once again leading another massive train.
He is the true conductor. I'm so proud of him.
He is. He's got the likes of Martin Riggs, Darren Robichaud, Logan Schaefer, Matt Mattisey, Logan P. also making a little bit of a comeback here. This group has been battling.
Pit window will be opening here in 2 minutes, and I can't imagine Dreeb's will be diving into the pits any faster as Zooch is getting all squirrely out of turn 2, and Dreeb's has taken that position from Zooch now. Unfortunate circumstances for Zooch. One little mistake costed the position, and now Dreeb's has been released.
For the second time.
For the second time. Zuch would have to put on a mega dive to overtake Dreeps at this very moment. But Dreeps needs to start watching out for those tires. If he's starting to feel himself slide a little bit, might be time to pull back. We still have 36 minutes left to racing. If you don't plan on swapping out your tires, you're lasting them all race.
And hoping they don't underinflate.
Yes. That might be Zuch's issue right now. They might be getting underinflated. The track has dropped about 3 degrees Celsius since the start. Dreeb's able to pile on the tents right now. Not going immensely fast, but keeping that gap at an arm's reach right now. So we have a yellow flag of Sadat. Oh, in the wall. I'm going to take a guess. That is a cheetah death. Our first of the night. All over the back of Anastasi. Yep.
Yep.
Flipping that cheetah curve a little too much.
Ooh, in style.
Not able to keep it out of the wall fully, but just enough.
Cheetah will do that.
Cheetah will do that. As the gap between Zuch and Dreebs has grown to 1.5 seconds. Lorenzo has also now entered the battle.
Oh boy, we're gonna go side by side. Oh, Ruzik pulls out. We almost went side by side through Cheetah.
It's a very risky place.
Yeah, Ruzik having to back out, almost losing out to to Schaefer here. So you could see better exit. I know Schaefer has the tighter line, as Ruzik does able to get on the power earlier, which allows him to pull ahead.
Pit window is now open. Drivers have 10 minutes to get their car into the pits, refuel 1 liter of fuel minimum, or else you're disqualified essentially. We have another good battle brewing here as our first place battles have kind of subsided. Sadat, Cameron, Fade, and Smith all together here. 4/10, 6/10, and 5/10 is the current spread right now. Is Sadat going down on the inside, trying to hold that defensive line. Cameron just going to be calm, cool, and collected here. Looking down on the inside. Sadat going to close off that possibility real quick. Whatever damage they have, it has not been affecting them.
While all that's going on, we just had a 2x2 through Sunset.
Oh, Cameron getting on the exit of Cheetah, not very well. Opens the door for Fade, trying to go on the outside, and Fade might have actually messed himself up a little bit because this has invited Smith to overtake Fade now. And Scusa and Recton are now into the pits. As Smith all the way down on the inside of Cameron. Can he make the move stick? He is all the way in there, getting forced onto the curb a little bit. Is able to complete the move. Good racing from these two drivers. A little bit of scrubbing. And now a blue flag has entered the mix. We'll get out of the way relatively quickly. Sarver is now gone into the pits. And all this battling behind Sadat has left the door open. Cameron looking down on the inside. Not going to be able to do it. Smith able to take that line with the McLaren. Down the inside again, Cameron looks. Not going to take the move either. Braking a little early. At one of these times, all he has to do is just brake a little later and he'll stick it. Right now, doesn't feel too confident to do it. Going up over the crest. No move will be happening. Fade is now all over the back of Cameron. Trying to look to get a way out here. So many different lines.
There is.
It's really insane.
That also is what throws the somewhat difficulty into the strikes too. Is sometimes there's this multiple choice of different lines that are sometimes quicker, sometimes not, sometimes 3 lines are the same times. It's just about finding the one that's the right one for you.
Smith will be diving into the pits. getting out of the battle that they have just been in for a little bit. Can't imagine Anastasi will be staying behind Lorenzo anytime soon. Look for him to go into the pits. Your first out of the top 10 currently. Drivers who have pits: Scusa, Smith, Recton, Sarver, Donahue, Doc, Shepard, and Ruzick. Right now, Robershard and Madison going to be joining that mix this lap. So a lot of the battles have subsided now. I mean, we see this when the pit window kind of comes in, gets people released to set in their laps. But my eye is catching a gap that is closing, not quickly, but well, now relatively quickly. Oh,
You jinxed it.
I did jinx it. Zuch
Oh!
was getting really close to Dreebs. I'm talking tenths. And then immediately Mr. Breaking Point went off. We'll decide to go into the pits. Anastasi will go into the pits as well. Air will be going into the pits. Everyone going to try to clear this out. Good time for Zuch to go and kind of catch her breath, clear the headspace for a lap, just to get back in the right frame of mind here. Everyone really has a second or more of a gap currently. Blue flags are starting to get into the mix now. As Fade gaining on Sadat. The blue flag separates them. But this has opened the door for both Fade and Cameron to overtake Sadat here. Blue flag not getting out of the way. And we'll end up spinning her just a little bit. Is able to keep it out of the wall in the grass. So we'll seize the position there. But Cameron had to lift up big time for that one.
And one thing to mention that I just picked up is Anastasi actually jumped Scusa in the pits.
Wow. Not an easy thing to do.
No, so essentially Anastasi is P3.
Yes. And if he's fast enough, he might be able to overtake the likes of Dreebs. But Zuch has to start putting down some banger laps if she wants to overtake Dreebs as well.
Anastasi lost about 4 seconds to Zuch here in the pit window.
Lorenzo's in the pits now. I'm unsure of how long an average pit stop is here, but I believe it's one of our faster pit stops.
I believe that is correct.
I think we're looking at a 20 to 30 second kind of window. So what Zuch needs to do, start closing some of that gap, because right now the window is about 20 seconds. Roughly. Probably a little more.
It's about 30.
30?
Yeah.
Am I just not mathing?
18 plus 10.
Yep. Yep. It's not mathing today.
No, that's okay.
That's why I have you here.
Yeah. Yeah, Anastasi is ahead of Scusa and now Lorenzo.
Scusa's still over the back of Anastasi though, so not going anywhere just yet.
Nope, that battle for P3 will live on.
We have a battle for current P3 happening right now. Fade, Cameron, and Sadat still going at it. Relatively larger gaps. Blue flags are getting in the mix here, slowing some of them down. Fortunate to see, but as what happens, Dreebs should be looking to pit here on the next lap, or else he will be gone. So as Cameron will be looking to pit, Fade will look to pit as well, so that's gonna have to put down a decent lap to get around and get into the pits in time.
What about minute 50-ish?
Yeah, so if you're starting your lap
2 minutes.
now and you have not pit, you are not
Yep.
making it, Chief.
He's got 2 minutes, so all he's got to do is not bin it on this lap, and he's good.
Yes. Right now, anyone that has come after, so we should see Cameron, Boonstrow, we should see Riggs in the pit here, P in the pit. Riggs does go in, P does go in. I believe that will clear up everyone except for Dreebs and Sadat.
Yeah. So Dot's really cutting it close here.
He is. Dreebs is coming down. Close to the pit. Rounding off his final lap to do so. Unless he just blanks. Head empty, no thoughts. Just
There's
drives right
something we
past it.
don't.
Something we don't wish. Drifting her through Cheetah, though. We'll dive into the pits, and now we turn our attention towards Zooch. See what kind of lap time she can make up right now, all the way up to Dreebs. The gap wasn't insanely big when she pit, so should be a relatively close exit here.
Reeves has a long pit stop here.
What you like to see, Zooch is actually entering onto the pit straight now.
Reeves is off and away.
This guy's release is going to be very close coming down to turn 2.
They will be side by side.
Zooch is able to eke out the speed. So Zooch will take over P1 now. And Dreebs gonna have to rewind the clock and hope something happens to Zooch again.
Yeah, very, very upset as you can see him flashing his headlights there.
Unsure of what happened in the pit lane there, but
yeah,
still flashing.
He was stopped for a good, I want to say 5-6 seconds there.
Not sure if he feels cheated by Zooch, but
not sure what she would have done, but yeah, no, Dreebs is not wanting to see the back of that car again.
No. Bendy Brew will be etched into his mind.
Oh, if it's anything, it better be Benny Brew.
Dreebs sliding his car still around these corners. I don't think his pit stop was long enough to take tires, at least.
No, he would be another, 8 positions back.
Yes. So we have another roaring fight here now for P1.
Yeah, and Scusa actually slide past Anastasia. Anastasia's going to make a comeback here. Not going to maybe make a lunge here into alligator, crocodile, what the heck, whatever, crocodile. Does actually get it done. Go a little wide, see what Scusa does here. Definitely don't want to go side by side if you don't have to through Cheetah. Anastasia secures that position back once again.
Good on Anastasia to hold. Dreebs has some space to work with. 8 seconds since the gap to Anastasia from Dreebs. Scusa is then following Anastasia, Lorenzo following Scusa. Zooch holding the inside right now as Dreebs is trying the outside move. Is kind of getting it done, but will end up losing it in the next couple corners. So Zooch will just run away with this one again on this lap. Telltale theme of this race so far. We spent all season not having a battle up in P1 just to get all the battle that we wanted for the season on the final race.
And I have been updated that several drivers are struggling with their tire temps being a little low.
That is to be expected. Track has now dropped, I believe, a whole 5 or 4 degrees since the start of the race.
Yeah, that's tough to plan for.
You kind of plan for, a 3 or 4 drop, but
yeah,
this is pretty immense right now.
For sure, and having to adjust for that, I mean, you got to start your temps either really high or you just got to bank on you being able to stick it with the low temps. So it's a matter of, do you want a strong first half or a stronger second half?
Which we will about to see. Looks like Zooch planned for currently a stronger second half as she is lighting up. Dreeb's not letting him pass by any means necessary.
And for how close this P1 battle is, this battle for P3 is no different.
We are seeing some blue flags now starting to get in the way again. Hopefully they move out of the way here on the straight. But they don't look very keen to move right now. Zuch will actually end up having to be behind this car. Dreeb's lagging a little bit in the back, is about a second away right now. Zuch looking for any way past this blue flag. Really wants to get by, but doesn't look like the blue flag wants to give. Blue flag does give the inside to Zuch, but not going to give it to Dreebs. And Dreebs ends up going into the back of the blue flag, pushing him out of the way a little bit. Is able to hold the car together, but surely that has to be some slight nose damage for Dreebs.
Yeah. The last thing you want is aero damage at this track.
Very aero-dependent track, to say the least, with all the
Yes.
long flowing corners.
And a lot of high-speed corners, too. You want that car to absolutely stick as much as it will let you.
Currently, if there is any damage on Dreeb's car, it's not affecting him by any means. Still keeping stuck to the back of Zuch right now. That P3 battle is getting closer and closer.
It has not moved at all. It's Anastasia pull a little gap, and then the two behind him will claw it right back.
Part of me wants to see this 9-second gap between these two battles close, and let's have a 5-person race to the end.
That would be spectacular, but since the pit window, the gaps have increased by, I think, 2 seconds.
You are correct. Dreeb's not getting the best of exits onto the pit stretch, so Dreebs will have to hold off. Sadat is throwing a yellow flag. Might have just gone off a little wide. Didn't lose any position, but is losing a decent amount of time right now. Zuch doing her best to maneuver her way throughout these blue flags. Is able to get it done. We are coming up on another one. After that, it's clean sailing for a good portion of the time. So if Dreebs wants to kind of take advantage of these blue flags, this is the blue flag to do it on.
For sure, and just quickly stepping away from these battles, looking back, if you remember, we had our two pit lane starters in Matt Mattis, who's currently P17, and we had John Donahue as well, who is sitting at P20. So they're both kind of slowly making the gains.
Not terrible by any means.
Not terrible. I know Donahue had got spun around there early in the race, so he's having to make up double the work here.
Fortunate sequence of events. But our interviews will be chocked full tonight with race winners and championship winners. Maybe two coinciding together if the puzzle pieces fall in place for Dreebs. So far, Anastasia would need to be absolutely shunted into oblivion for that to happen. Going down into turn 2, Dreebs not looking to make the move just yet, is deciding to buy their time. Banking on the fact Zuch making a mistake. She did make a mistake around this same area last time. And Dreebs was able to overtake and release, but Zuch not having it is able to get through. Dreebs all over the back of Zuch right now as we approach this blue flag. Blue flag not going to move. Both Dreebs and Zuch will be stuck behind this car for the foreseeable future, as we do have some curvy bits coming up on track. Dreebs still sliding that car out of all these turns. Zuch looking down to the inside now, wants to kind of just get the overtake done. What blue flag does respect the overtakes from both drivers. We can come back and battle. So any chance Dreebs wanted to overtake Zuch, then all are gone for blue flag opportunities. I do want to point out something you pointed out in qualifying, Bailey. Aston.
Yes.
Still.
Seems to be very, very common to be decent here. I mean, you keep looking down. I mean, then you got a Ferrari in the mix, another Aston, then another Ferrari, and then we don't see another class until P8 there with Zodi Fade in the Porsche, which tends to be a good car here. So,
I mean, what happens here is, you know, the cars that tend to do well here are the both power but reliable cars. So these cars that are the Aston and Ferrari, they have a decent amount of power behind them, power down the straights, but you're able to hold them smooth throughout the corner. As Dreebs is going to take a little too much inside curb there, throwing his car a little wide, so no move coming out from him in the next couple turns. So I think that's why we're seeing this Porsche and the Hondas aren't really up there, as we're starting to see, you know, the involuntary slips coming through, as Zuch involuntarily missing her braking point and will let Dreebs by again.
wow.
Doesn't look to be in the realm of possibility at this very moment to get him back, but we'll stick on Zuch for a time being. The gap isn't too large, still about a second. But Dreebs has been released.
Scott Smith has been playing cat and mouse with Nick Cameron here in the Honda, all over the rear bumper for, I would say, the last 3 laps, I'd say. And Recton just kind of waiting, picking his moment as Cameron makes the dive. Here he does have the lead going into No Name. Smith still on the back, hopefully going to get the draft. Make the move down into Crocodile. I think he's just going to sit back and wait here. See if Nick Cameron can make any gains on Zodi Fade, as the gap is now 4.5 seconds to Zodi Fade.
We are watching that one live now. On board with Fade. I mean, straight Fade's going to be looking for that slipstream to try to absolutely send it here on the Ferrari. And I have just gotten word that Donahue has a drive-through. So after starting from the pit lanes, getting spun out, Donahue not having the best of races, will get a drive-through penalty that will have to be served within 3 laps.
Not what you want to see.
Not at all. So that's holding the defensive line against Fade. Fade making a name of himself, being all over the bumper of Sadat, coming down on the inside here, is able to stick it relatively good. Takes a little too much curb. Sadat is able to just close that door on the outside and able to hold that speed. Fade will have to reset and do it all over again, possibly in a different corner. So we do come up here into the blind braking zone. Doesn't look like a move will be taken. Fade going extremely wide there. Is able to bring the car right back around, but won't be gaining any time to Sadat. His air is now approaching Lorenzo. Look in Bailey's world.
We got a very, very tight battle here for P10 with Scott Smith and Recton. Recton was actually in the lead going into turn 10 up the hill, and Scott Smith had a 2-car lunge, able to pull it down into No Name, was able to hold the inside line through Crocodile, and is now still in the lead going into turn 2. So he goes a little wide. See if Recton can make the move side by side. I'm in a bad angle. Let me fix that. Recton makes the move once again.
And Lorenzo makes the move on Air, the defensive move, so Air will not be able to get past Lorenzo. Lorenzo kind of had the preferred line there as well, but is able to hold that position off air. Now falling a little bit to the wayside. Blue flags are now coming into effect up ahead. Zuch is still in the fight, only about a second and a couple tenths back, so if she can get on it, she will be able to get the job done. She catches up. Now, just over 11 minutes left in this race.
Zodi Faye's still stuck behind that Ferrari of Sadat.
Treves must have not have gotten the best of exit down onto the pit straight because Zuch now within striking distance here. And choose to stay behind, try to get some of that slipstream. If she can mimic Dreebs to the best of her ability around this lap, she should be able to overtake him in the turn 2 next time around. Dreebs looking a little bit sloppy right now on some of these turns. Not what you want to see if you're leading the race, because Zuch is all over the back, poking her nose down on the inside. Not going to be able to make it stick. Doesn't have the overlap to do it. So we'll just have to fall back in line. Not going to choose to dive either here. So Dreebs holding the position for the time being. Zuch getting a taste of her own medicine a little bit.
But Dreebs has to be careful because we all know that Zuch will definitely make that dive if it's there.
She will definitely.
His Fade is actually going side by side through Sunset with Sadat, has the inside line. Still side by side as they come up to the S's. Zodi Fade has the preferred line. See if he claws in front. He does, and finally gets past Walid Sadat. But Sadat is coming back at him up the hill. See if he makes any stick out lunge here. Does not. Zodi Fade a little deep. Walid with the switchback. Side by side once again. Walid with the inside line coming through Mineshaft. Zodi Fade has the inside line into Crocodiles. That is the nice thing about having the outside line through Mineshaft, is you do have the inside corner for the next line. Walid goes a little wide, has the run on Fade. Oh no, this could get nasty. As they both stick it. I think Walid's still on track. He is just a little wide. Fade makes the lunge. What a battle. Zodi Fade, Walid Sadat. Zodi Fade with the lead.
What a move. That was about half the track side by side.
Well, that was crazy. A lot of switching back and forth all the way from, shoot, what turn were we at? Turn 8, turn 9, turn 7?
It was definitely early on.
Somewhere around there. I mean, they're side by side once again. Inside line for Sadat, then the inside line for Fade. It's back and forth.
They should have that one.
Switchback, and here's Cameron.
No.
Cameron actually snuck around the outside of Walid like it was nothing.
Battles are getting heated more and more right now. It looks like your boys have just slotted right back in line. As Zuch is missing her breaking point, went off into the grass. And that will probably spell the end of the run for P1 for Zuch. As we look towards Air, who's now approaching Lorenzo. About 5 tenths back. She'll be able to make a move here in the next couple of laps that can close this gap relatively quickly, as you have another side-by-side going on.
Yeah. Cameron trying to go on the inside of Fade, but Fade has the inside line for Crocodiles. Walid was actually taking a peep there. Decided to back out. Fade and Cameron still side by side. Fade has the edge though, coming through Cheetah. Cameron actually got a little bit of the Cheetah curb. Slowed down there to save it, but Fade now with the advantage once again.
Looks like Fade also got a little bit of that exit grass, which is never good.
No, it's a little safer than the curb there at the apex.
Just a little.
Yeah, would be my conclusion.
So our main battles are in track are with Lorenzo and Air and Fade, Cameron, and Sadat currently, as you can see in your picture-in-picture window. Air all over the back of Lorenzo, just not able to get past or think of a move that can make it stick. He is in an Aston, and if he gets past Lorenzo, we would have a top 5 full of Astons. We'd have to make the move here in about 6.5 minutes. That's Fade looks to be breaking away from your pack. There
Yeah, and Waleed was actually looking up the inside of Cameron, but Cameron able to stick it. See if Waleed does anything here into turn 10. Doesn't look like it. Maybe a switchback. Better exit, potentially. As that Honda did get that BOP update, as you said earlier.
Lorenzo is now having to deal with blue flags while having air on his back, slowing both of these cars down. Almost a side-by-side in your picture-in-picture sign not to. Cheetah looks good from both drivers. His air coming down to the pitch stretch down in the turn 2, looking for the dive. Is late on the brakes, but not going to be late enough. Lorenzo shutting that door. And now the blue flags are in their own set of battle right behind them. Here looks to be falling away from Lorenzo just a tiny bit. Needs to kind of pull it right back. Track is now down to 23 degrees Celsius. Very cold out now.
Yes.
Not as cold as Nürburgring, but for South Africa, this is a very cold state.
Yeah, and fortunately for this week, the track is not completely dark, so I mean they can still see at least with their low tire pressures.
Yeah, they can at least see themselves sliding off the track.
Exactly.
Air doesn't look to be able to get this move on Lorenzo done. Still has 4.5 minutes left to do it, but time is running out. Paranoid racing driver needs to put something together here. I just want to see an full Aston top 5, to be honest.
It's possible.
Very possible, as Lorenzo is not going to get the best of run out of Cheetah. Can Air respond? Not going to be able to, taking all of that curb on the inside with that Aston. Going to compromise the exit here, surely. Trying to get back into the slipstream of Lorenzo is in it, but not going to be enough to get him down close enough into turn 2. So now I've wrecked and approaching Sadat here shortly. Now in turn 1, no move going to be made there. Back Recton going to be a little early on the brakes. So that a little late on the brakes. They all meet right back up. Air gonna poke their nose to the inside. Not gonna take the move though. Recton looking a bit more spicy on the inside of Sunset. So that will have the inside to the next turn, which is the good thing. But Recton, can he hold the outside line? No, but he will switch back Sadat. So he gets the move done, and that's a position for him. He's in the top 10 now.
What a move.
Very clean. Suspected read Sadat like a book. Now he just has to hold him off. Air now has to be the one to get past Lorenzo to make this 5 Aston Martin a dream come reality.
I definitely think you should go work for the Netflix Drive to Survive crew.
I will. My contact details are in Discord.
Nope. He's cheap, I swear.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Coming down in the turn 2. You're not going to have enough of a gap on Lorenzo to go for the move. Very late on the brakes are both of them, though, so that gap is closing relatively fast. He's just not able to hold the speed through any of these corners. 4. Blue flags lurk in the distance, and I see our good friend Donahue is one of those blue flags.
Yes, he's pulled the short stick this week with pit lane start plus the only drive-through at the moment.
Thanks.
Still up in P20 though,
Still doing work.
which is where he was when he got his drive-through, surprisingly.
Yeah, not sure if he made that back or...
I'm not sure either.
So, just to recap, a few things on standings as we have about a minute left in the race. If all stays right now, Anastasi will win the gold championship for Division 4, and Johnny Air will win the silver championship for D4 as the leader is on the final lap now. And also, so casually, if that happens, if everything stays the same, they also win the team
How about
championship.
that?
Everything falling in line right now. All you have to do is finish. But Johnny wants a little bit more down on the inside of Lorenzo. Can he get the move done? He will get the move done on the inside. Lorenzo going to be looking for the switchback here. We'll have the inside for the next corner, but it doesn't look like the move will get done for Lorenzo. So Air will come through with this move and make it an all-5 Aston Martin.
Taylor, your life's complete.
It is.
I'm so happy
I've
for you.
seen everything. I can retire happy now. As Air needs to fend off that position. He's in the grass a little bit, so Lorenzo could come back here. It doesn't look to be. Lorenzo looks to just be chilling where he is at in this current moment. All battles have really subsided. I think everyone's just trying to get to the finish line to round out the season. I know one person trying to get to the finish line is Landon Dreebs here. What a race after seeing the back of Zooch for about half of it. Is actually going to burn out a little bit on the final turn. Comes across the line to take P1 for the final round of the season. Zooch coming across to take P2. Good finish for her. Anastasi a little bit more of a ways back. Massive defending and overtakes from him. Will come home to take the gold championship. Scusa right behind him to get P4. Johnny Air coming across the line to win the silver championship along with Anastasi for the team championship. Lorenzo finishing 5th. Faye going to finish 7th. Cameron finished in 8th. Recton finished 9th. So that will round out your top 10. And of course, Scott Smith, can't forget about him. P11 in the race. What an absolute ending to the season.
And what a season it was.
What a season it was. Burn it down, Anastasi, as you have won the Division 4 championship. What a race indeed, as we now have to look to get these people over in some interviews. Should we start with our race winner tonight?
I think we have to.
I think we have to, and then we can.
I think we have
then
to.
we can party it up.
Yes.
Give me 1 second.
Pop bottles.
Pop bottle.
Update. I already have John Donahue in the DMs.
In the DMs. Give us the deets.
Not the way he was hoping for it to go. Murder of Donahue is what he is claiming is the title of the article.
To end it all off, the murder of Donahue. Yeah, the fall of Donahue. He riseth back up, but now he's just dead. Where is our boy Landon Dreebs? Uh-oh. What has happened? Boy, Landon Dreebs anywhere. His Discord it's crashing on me.
You okay?
I think we're still streaming. We're still live. We're still good.
Okay, good.
Give me 1 second to get a few things back in order before we drag Dreebs up here. As you can't see our names right now. We're nameless.
You broke it.
I didn't break it. It broke itself.
Okay, then we have 5 minutes of season 5 left. I think we're okay.
I think we're just gonna have to go nameless.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, no,
Everybody
there we
knows
go.
who we
We're
are.
back. Kind of. It works.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh. We're not back.
You keep disappearing on me.
I know. I'm doing my best disappearing act right now.
Forget the names. Let's
Forget
get our
the names.
winners.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, what a mess.
No, it keeps crashing.
Oh no, it's in
What-
shambles.
Oh no. Please, if you can, can you drag him up?
Oh no.
I cannot click on Discord right now.
Oh gosh. Who are we pulling up first?
Dude, we're gonna do dreams.
Lyndon Dreebs. I can try my best here. Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
Our names have returned.
Yep, I got him. Here he comes. Landon Dreebs. Congratulations, my friend.
Hey guys.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, always a pleasure. Man, was that as
Congrats.
fun for you guys as it was for me?
I was gonna ask you, was that fun or was that tough?
Gosh, what a treat, honestly. Like that is what you sign up for. But I have to say, going through the S's, about 13 laps at the start, not being able to see the breaking point, that'll make you stay up at night. Gosh,
Yeah, for
nightmare
sure.
fuel. Boy, that was
sure.
a treat though, huh? Where did
Yeah, that was
where did Matt finish?
P3.
No!
Yeah.
Yes,
Sorry
unfortunately
to
for
say.
you.
Ah, that poll would have been nice, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang
It
it.
would've.
So,
Oh well.
unfortunately,
that was a blast.
We can't announce you the championship, but we can announce you the person that has stared at Bendy Brew logo the longest.
Looks pretty damn good, not gonna lie.
Knowing that you came into the race, you're about 53 points down. Any strategy other than just straight win it and hoping Anastasi doesn't have a
It
howler
wasn't
of a
actually
night?
53 points, I don't think, because he had the penalty last week, so that bumped him down
Oh.
a few spots from
There you
Laguna.
go.
If you check the standings, I think I was only 20 points behind.
I did.
Oh.
Which, if you, I think if you do the math, I think it's 82 points for third. I don't know, but I think it means I lost by 1 point. I was doing the math the
Oh,
last couple
my
laps,
goodness.
so that poll would have been real nice.
I'm gonna rely on you to look this up to see if the standings have updated.
Yeah, Bailey, you're the numbers guy.
Oh well, see, that's confusing because the website did not update
Oh, sure.
right away, so that's why we're saying 53.
Okay,
but I
that's
can
fine.
check
Either way, I knew it
somewhere
was
else.
close.
Well, we better
And props to Matt. That is a testament that consistency is key.
For sure.
And boy, Zooch, what the hell?
Yeah, out of
They're
nowhere.
so
this week.
fast.
Out of nowhere.
And like I had them kind of in the second sector, so I knew I could kind of keep up a little bit. But everywhere else, they had my number, and I was just trying to my best to keep up. Got lucky, a few mistakes. Throughout the season, when racing them, it's been kind of fun. It's always a fun battle. I've kind of gotten used to how they race, and so I knew I could stay super, super close, which I think is what made it as much fun as it was.
That's
Yeah.
what you signed
Well,
up for.
Let me
Exactly.
tell you this. I do have an update on points.
Okay,
Let's hear it.
drum roll.
Taylor, there is a chance we might be wrong.
Oh no. It's
Or
very.
we aren't. We aren't wrong. Landon Breeds, you did get second by 1 point.
Oh no, that pole,
637 to 638.
that pole position looks very good right now.
I
Yeah.
know, 0.2 of a second. That's all that was in it,
That's
huh?
crazy. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I mean, to be that close is still a testament to.
Well, I knew what I had to do. Matt knew what he needed to do, and props to him, he got it done.
Yeah,
But that was a fun season.
sure.
Can't wait for for season 6. Not sure where it's gonna put me, but
I can tell you where it's going to put you, but
It's gonna put you on the Ghost Rider Racing team.
Oh, is that right?
I was gonna say D3, but anything works.
D3 is probably where I need to be, but I got some friends in D3 that got moved up this season, so who knows? Maybe we'll find some teammates there. It'll be fun though. I'm excited.
Yes, for sure.
Well, if you need a home, you know where to find me.
All right, I'll take off.
That was a little creepy. That was a little creepy. I'm gonna say that.
All right, well, we'll end the interview with Dreeps. I hope you had a fun season. Amazing race. Congratulations on the world record for looking at the Bendy Brew logo the longest. Have yourself a good, nice night.
Always
and
a
good
pleasure,
off-season.
gentlemen.
Yep, for sure.
Thanks.
And let's get not only Anastasi, but let's get Air up in here at the same time.
All right, both of them at the same time.
They both won their divisions, and they both won team championship together.
Where is who am I getting? Johnny Air,
Johnny Air, Matt Anastasi.
Matt Anastasi. Where are you? There you are.
Johnny Air and Matt Anastasi.
What's going on, boys?
An absolute season from both of you, both winning your respective division championships as well as the entire team championship for Paranoid Racing. I just have to ask, how are you feeling, right? Because you have done a clean sweep of D4.
Go ahead, Johnny.
Listen, just shook up my celebratory martini.
There you go.
Sipping on it now. No, seriously, a lot of fun. This was a first season for me and Matt, and SRA is awesome. D4 is awesome. All the people are super respectful, and we had a blast. We honestly we just wanted to show up when we started this and give it a go and see what would happen. But as we went on, we just had more fun, and happy to get the win. It's awesome.
Yeah. Matt, before we go any further, do you know how close the standings were before going into this race?
Yeah, I think I had a 53-point lead, something like that.
You actually, it was somewhere around the 20 because the website actually did not update. So the gap was somewhere around 20 points. You won the championship by, I am 100% certain, 1 point.
Are you serious?
Yes, 1
God.
point.
638 to 637.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's wild.
So
that is wild.
The undercut that you pulled there in the pits is what won you the championship today.
Amazing. Yeah, I was getting nervous because I was stuck by Lorenzo for quite some time and I was burning up my tires. And we caught up on those back markers and I was hoping he was going to stay out and he did. So
yes.
I think that was huge for me.
It definitely was, and you won the championship because of it.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
So,
I mean,
congratulations to you.
You thought you
Thanks,
were
man.
stuck behind Lorenzo for a while. You should definitely go back and watch the replay from Dreeb's perspective because he has just been told he's the world record holder for longest staring at a Bendy Brew logo.
That's awesome.
Props to Dreves though, man. He definitely had me nervous towards the second half of the season.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere and was showing some insane pace that was definitely not meant for D4.
Mm-hmm.
Neither for you as well as you're creeping in the D3, potentially D2 times there. So, looking forward to see where
don't
both
take my
you guys
teammate
land.
away.
Well, unfortunately, that is not our decision. So, as much as we'd love to keep you guys together,
I'm joking.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, we'd love to see you guys go up and win some more.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys, so much.
Enjoy
Yeah,
your
appreciate it.
celebratory margarita.
Martini.
Martini.
I'm a gentleman.
Don't worry, Taylor just
That's
turned
right.
18, so
Yeah, obviously.
no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey, Taylor,
Yes.
real quick, when you let me go, don't drop me in D1 race review this time.
My bad. I'm sorry. It was blame Bailey this time. He has full control
No.
over that.
It's not me because I'm gonna
it's you.
exactly. Actually, how about this? You tell me where you want to go.
Race review too, please.
Race review too. Got it, guys. Well, congrats, boys, and see you next season.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
What a way to round out the end of the season.
Oh
It
man.
was closer than we even thought.
Yeah. Wow.
that would have
that's
been good.
crazy.
That would have been good
Yeah,
on
that's-
some Netflix Drive to Survive moments.
Yeah. Oof.
Well, anyway, that was a good season, and you know what's happening? We're already starting qualifying for season 6, which is kind of insane. We have 12 days left to qualify, and if you like what you see here, you want to get in part of the fun, join us in, get in early, get in at the ground level for season 6, because we are starting our qualifyings already, knee deep in it. 12 days left to go to set it up. Go to simracingalliance.com to learn how to register, join the Discord. We're all a loving bunch of people, just want to see each other get better. Clean, fun racing, exactly what you saw here tonight. Come join. It's a blast. Any kind of outro words for the entirety of season 5, Bailey?
Oh man. To sum up season 5 here, Division 4. Shout out Division 4. We saw significant improvements up and down the grid. We saw incredible pace. These guys should not even be in D4. Yeah, it's going to be a wild shakeup for next season. Hopefully we are here again to witness it. I'm sure we won't be disappointed.
No, and I can't wait for season 6 already. So signing out for one last time here for season 5, your Division 4 commentators, Taylor Mamo, Bailey Kish, and the man who couldn't join us tonight, Pit Boss Austin Sawyer.
R.I.P. the Pit Boss.
Signing off one last time. See you next season, everyone.
Goodbye, Stuart Little.
You know what?